What's up YouTube, this is Spade here with Black and White Battle against Flygon with some random numbers in the middle and between. But anyways, I'm on a Christmas break holiday from school, so it's time to pump out some stacked battles I have. And this one, this is against Flygon, and in this one I'm using the same team as last time. Pretty random pokes, bit more offensive. But anyways, let's get this battle started. I lead off with Mew, and he leads off with Nidoking, and I just go with the Stealth Rocks just to set them up, and he goes with Earth Power. I figured I could take this hit, and I was also pretty sure that he wouldn't have the Mega Horn, because all of the Nidokings in Gen 5 are specially orientated, because there's the what's the glitch called? The Encourage Life Orb one, yeah. Anyways, he lays up some Toxic Spikes as I go into my Burungeru. Then I go with the safe Boiling Water as he switches into his Celebi. I get the useless burn, because he has the natural cure, so it doesn't really matter. And he decides to withdraw, and he goes into his Staraptor here, which gets really nice Stealth Rock damage, and I withdraw also, go into my Venomoth just to get rid of the Toxic Spikes. I'm not really sure if he predicted that, but it works fine with me. I just get rid of the Toxic Spikes, then I go into my Nature, figuring I can take pretty much any hit that he does, and also I get some Steel Thorns damage, so that's also good. And he goes into his Gengar here, and I see the leftovers, so he's obviously going to sub down on my predicted switch, so I'm gonna stay in instead and go with the payback to break the substitute. And I wasn't really sure what kind of Gengar this is, because I haven't really seen many of them in Gen 5 yet. So I was just thinking the best thing he has is Focus Blast, which has shaky accuracy, but he does have the Hidden Power Fire. So later I looked, and this seemed to be a pretty much standard Gen 4 Gengar, which is meant to deal with T-Tar and Scizor, who are the most common counters to Gengar. But I still leave the Hidden Power Fire, because Nature has godlike special defense and HP, so that's good. I'm able to finish him off with a payback. And here he goes into his Nidoking again. I'm just gonna stay in as Forest so I can get a safe switch into my own Nidoking, which is obviously Scarfed, so I will outspeed whatever the situation is, because he's obviously not Scarfed. I'm not really sure if he was Life Orb. But anyways, I think he now realizes that I'm a Choice Scarf Nidoking, so he goes into his Staraptor again, and I just switch into my Burungeru, and hopefully he will get enough recoil damage where he will take himself out, or he will get the Cursed Body Hacks. But of course neither of those things happen, which is quite unfortunate, so I'm gonna switch out, hoping to save my Burungeru for later. So I go into my Mew, who should be able to take a Brave Bird, because I do have a lot of HP. I have max HP, like you can see, and I do take the hit, so that's cool. I live with 57 of the lefties, and he goes into his Skarmory, so yay, more entry hazard, or he's gonna set up something, so that's what I'm going to predict. And I go with Taunt as he goes with Stealth Rocks, so hopefully he doesn't have the spikes. And here, knowing that he's gonna Brave Bird, hoping to finish me off, so I'm gonna transform into Skarmory, and with his Brave Bird now, he's not gonna be able to finish me off. And now my Mew, who originally doesn't have a recovery move, is gonna be able to roost off all the damage he did with his Staraptor earlier. So I'm gonna roost on his switch as he goes into his Milotic, and I'm not really sure what he's going to do, so I'm just gonna try to whirlwind him away. But he goes with the Dragon Tail, so wonderful. He has two Phasers on his team. But the bad thing is that he doesn't have his Nidoking anymore. He doesn't have his Toxic Spike support. And anyways, in comes my Venomoth. I go with Sleep Powder, and he goes with Sleep Talk, predicting my Sleep Powder. Gets rest, and this Milotic was a pain in the ass, so I'm gonna try to set up, and hopefully he doesn't get Dragon Tail on the switch, so I might be able to get some damage off. But you know, what do you know? Of course he gets the Dragon Tail. And yeah, this Milotic was a pain in the ass. Every time it needed to get some move, it got it. So here he roars me out or dragon tails me into Ononikusu. I just go with the outrage because this Ononikusu is choice banded, but it does like nothing to that Skarmory, even though it's really powerful. But the thing that sucks with Ononikusu, it really has nothing to hurt Skarmory with, even after DD or the usual situation. So he's gonna be able to roost off the damage, and I think I got the 2-turn outrage. So yeah, I did. So I'm gonna switch out and I go into my Burungeru, knowing that it's a pretty much safe switch. I'm gonna be able to recover off the damage, and finally he gets up his Stealth Rocks. But since he doesn't have his Toxic Spikes, this is gonna take ages, and this is going to turn into a Stalwart. And yeah, he switches back into his Celebi as I recover. Not really too scared. He might have the Leaf Storm, and he probably has the Lead Seed, but yeah, and he does. He goes with the Lead Seed. Doesn't bother me too much. I'm gonna Toxic him because I don't want him to call the shots, so to speak, and I don't want him to be the one forcing switches. And now with the Toxic, even though he has the natural cure, I can force him out eventually. So I'm gonna switch out here. Don't really like the Lead Seed, so I'm gonna go back into my Ononikusu. He predicts that, I think, yeah, and he goes with the Lead Seed again, so that was a good play on his part. Normally this wouldn't really matter too much, but yeah, like I said, this is turning into a Stalwart, so eventually he will get more damage he gets on my team. That's a good thing for him, and yeah, he's gonna be able to stall me out. Here I go with the Rock Slide, because it will do neutral damage to everything on his remaining team, and also it might have the nice chance of flinching, but of course I don't get it. That figures. So here I go into my Nidoking, because it has a super effective move against everything on his team, and he makes a switch into his Milotic here. I go with the T-Bolt. Hopefully he doesn't get Surf. What do you know, he gets the Surf. I could have easily just switched into my Burungeru here, and he could have done anything except face me away, but yeah, then the situation would have gone anywhere, and I just wanted to end the stall, but yeah, no, it's not gonna happen, and I just end up losing my Nidoking for nothing. So here I go into my Venomoth, and I go with the Giga Drain. Hopefully it will be enough to take him out, but nope, it's not. And even though I put him to sleep, he's able to randomly predict his own wake up from the sleep powder, which by the way resets in Gen 5 between when you switch out. So yeah, that was just wow. I don't really know what to say. That was a pain in the ass. So here I go into my Mew and just taunt his sleep talk, and now I just transform, but he wakes up and goes to the Dragon Tail, obviously faces me out. Didn't really have much else to do. And in comes my Ononikusu, and I just go with the safe Outrage again, because it's my most powerful move. I guess Rock Slide would do about the same amount, maybe a bit less, few percent less, and we'll get into that later on in this match. So he's gonna roost off the damage again, and I'm still locked into Outrage, so I'm just gonna go for it, hope for the crits. Of course it never happens, and yeah, he keeps on roost stalling, and yeah, this battle isn't going anywhere again. And I'm gonna switch out here because I don't want to hit myself in confusion, because yeah, that's the thing that would most likely happen. But he just whirlwinds me away, and in comes my Mew again, and I'm gonna predict his Brave Bird this time, so I'm gonna transform this time. And back then I thought that transform would only copy the stats, not the EVs, but apparently it does. It copies everything from the opponent except the HP stats. So we actually had a speed tie there, and surprisingly I win the speed tie, but yeah, it didn't really make any difference. because he goes into his Milotic again. He goes with the Surf, and it does a decent chunk, but since I'm a bulky Skarmory with 404 HP, I'm gonna be able to take that hit and just roost all him. And I think I'm gonna roost here, cause I know he's just gonna use Dragon Tail again just to face me out, and he does. So I'm back to full health almost with my Mew, so that's good. And of course in comes Venomoth, who will get raped by the Stealth Rocks. And at this point I didn't really care, cause this battle wasn't going anywhere. So I go with the Butterfly Dance, and he actually misses the Dragon Tail, which didn't really make big of a difference, but it's gonna lead to a funny situation, you will see. So here I go with the Sleep Powder. He didn't predict that and go with the Sleep Talk again, cause he just wanted to face me out. So here I go with the Giga Drain, just hoping to get some HP back if he stays in and just randomly predicts my Giga Drain and goes with the Dragon Tail, even though he has no chance of knowing that. But yeah, I don't know, I'm just rambling here again. But actually with the Tinted Lens, Bug Buzz does a nice chunk, and in comes my Ononikusu, and I just go with the Rock Slide, but of course it misses. I'm not really sure even if Outrage would have taken him out, but I figured Rock Slide is neutral damage, and I have also the chance of flinching. And there I missed my Rock Slide again. I was hoping just to see, well, let's see how much damage it does, but it misses, so that was pretty gay right there. And of course in comes Venomoth, and I just go into my Burungeru here, hoping to take a Brave Bird, but I don't really take it too well, cause this is my specially defensive one with what's the move? Acid Armor. And I was hoping maybe if he gets min damage I might be able to live, but he gets a crit, so not gonna be able to take that hit. Crit is something that I would have really liked to get, but yeah, doesn't really happen. Here I go with the Taunt, don't really care, I just don't want him to face me out once again. And he does go with the Brave Bird, but it doesn't do much. And here I'm just gonna transform on the switch as he goes into his Milotic, and I think I'm just going to, yeah, I know he's gonna either switch out or stay in and Sleep Talk, so I'm gonna go with the Dragon Tail, but he switches into Celebi and I miss, and that was pretty much the last draw. Now he can call the shots, and he's gonna go with the lead seat here. I was thinking he might leave Storm, so that's why I went into my Venomoth, cause I can force him out with 4 times super effective Bug Buzz. But yeah, that miss really pretty much sealed the deal. I have no chance of winning this battle anymore. And I'm just gonna go with Giga Drain, just hoping to get at least a bit of health back, so that when he faces me out I will have enough HP so that I can take the next Stealth Rock hit. So I can possibly hit the Celebi, but here I'm just gonna switch out, but he's gonna obviously Whirlwind me away, and of course in comes my Venomoth, so I have no chance of winning cause I can't switch out anymore. So that is going to be a good game. I'm just gonna be a little girl and pussy and just run. So, good game Flygon. I can't really say that the hacks help, but I got outstalled, and that's just the game sometimes. So, today's question of the day is going to be, which one do you prefer, stall teams or offensive ones? Leave your comments below, and also I got myself a new mic, so please tell me what you think. Do I have to do something with the settings or something? And also, thanks to everyone who was at the Battle for Charity when I was streaming. And that's about it. Have a Merry Christmas or whatever holiday you're celebrating, and I will see you guys next time. Spade is out. Peace.